Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Ish and Maz back at it for another podcast. Guys, I told you that we're going to start the virtual podcasting. So we have officially our first ever guest in the building or on the screen that's going to break down a lot for us. And basically, we're going to have him share his story. It's an insane one, so be ready about his upbringing, who he is, and what he represents as an artist. We want to use our platform to, the artist advantage and really show that, artists can be on platforms without, going through the industry ways or, becoming an industry planner or anything like that. So we're giving independent artists a chance to go and get their music and their voices and their stories heard. Me and Maz just came back from a work business trip. We're more excited and motivated than ever to, really be doing these podcasts. The stuff going on in the world right now is insane. So we really just want to start breaking down a couple of things about you. First of all, give us your name and where you're from.
So my name is Henry Danilo Bonilla, aka Colatino, my artist name, the Motivator. I am from Colombia, Cali. Like my city right here. Got it right here, the shirt. And I was raised in Michigan. I came here when I was 5 years old, so learning English was not really.
Wait, so where were you from?
I was born in Colombia, Cali, South America, the country, Colombia.
Oh, wow, that's lit, bro. That's lit. You must have some really good stories, bro. Just coming over from Colombia.
You went at 5 years old, though, right?
Yeah, I came here when I was 5, just with me and my parents.
Wow, lit.
Yeah, he must have some really good stories of their upbringing and all of that sort, bro. So, yeah, man, what kind of music do you produce? Do you produce hip hop music? Do you produce pop music?
Yeah, so here's my thing with me. I actually produce reggaeton, trap, pop music, and all that. But I remember when I was like growing up here in America, from the age 5 till 7th grade, I used to be a big fan of rap music. That's the only thing I would listen to, like rap music. But then in 7th grade, I was introduced to reggaeton, like by my cousin. And I remember I had like a reggaeton song on my MP3 player, and I was like, hey, I like this song, I like the beat. And so I went from rap to reggaeton. That's now what I listen to a lot.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, bro. That's fire. That's in the in the market as well. A lot of reggaeton going viral.
So as an artist, how are you using marketing to your advantage in the reggaeton kind of like niche? A lot of artists, make drill music or make different type of music. How do you distinguish yourself as a reggaeton artist? Like, what are your kind of features or advantages, that bring to the table?
Well, for me, what I see in this music industry is that everybody wants to be the same. They want to be like a duplicate. They want to I also hear people say like, oh, you should mock this artist, or oh, you should mock that artist, so you could get like future, or you should give out your music for free and all that. And so for me, it's like, yeah, no, I want to be different. I want to be my own person, my own persona, because that's the whole thing. And I want to have sound different. I don't want to be the same like everybody else. And I remember when I started off with music, so many people told me, hey, if you want to make it, you gotta fake it till you make it, and to make it, you gotta give out your music for free, or you gotta fake it till you make it. I'm like, I'm not gonna go in that way, because we're in the digital era, and where you can put out your music and you can still make money off it.
Yeah, facts, dude. Yeah, I 100% agree with that statement. Your brand is everything, and as soon as you are termed as the artist, as the fake it till you make it artist, and the artist that just does it for the clout, you're obviously going to tarnish your brand. So I really respect you for the fact that you're really trying to distinguish yourself as a real artist that really has a story behind their music and isn't talking about pulling up in a Bugatti
yeah,
or flying private every 5 minutes.
I'd give the other side of the story as well. There is a niche, and there is kind of people that really like the kind of music that that Lil Pump fans and all of that stuff that like that flexing.
Look at where Lil Pump is right now. Tell me where Lil Pump is right now.
Bro, he murdered his own career. He could have got
the same generic music that you're saying that little fans love. Their little fans are gonna grow up and they're gonna turn into the normal people, and then he's gonna have no more fans.
I feel like the rap genre in itself is just shifting away from those real rappers, those those people that made real lyrics, and now onto the mumble factors and all of that stuff. But that's just an opinion. But the real rappers, they're dying off quickly. But I feel like fans of rap, they appreciate people that still do real rap stuff, that make good music, lyrics, and all that stuff. But from you, my man, Colatino, I want to know, bro, how's the game in that, you know, like mixed genre, mixed language kind of thing, where you make English and Spanish music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so technically for me, I grew up at home I spoke Spanish, and in school I spoke English, and I didn't like music really touched me when I was in high school. That's where I started thinking like, you know what, I actually want to be an artist, like, you know, like people. And then I started like Daddy Yankee's my number one role model. I'll admit that. And so for me, it's like, you know, I actually want to do this and I actually want to enjoy it. But then seeing like how the game is, I got tired of like I said. The reason I went from rap to reggaeton in 7th grade is because in rap they just talk the same thing. There's like there is strong messages for some music, but not all of it. But for reggaeton, it's more like it. Yeah, I mean, I admit it's not all like the same messages, but majority of the reggaeton music, they always leave like a strong message, or they leave like a strong experience or a love message that in the music video or in the song too. So for me, it's like, you know what, that actually touched me, and growing up with that type of music, it's like, all right, you know what, I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to try and do the same, but try to apply it to rap.
That's the mix kind of way, yeah.
And so I remember, growing up, when I was in high school, my mom told me, and she repeated me the story too, of like when I was born, I had respiratory failure, and she told me that I almost died, and she almost lost me at birth. And so she repeated me the story a lot of times on that, and how I had water in my lungs, and when I was born, and she was telling me like how I was really close to dying, and then she told me like the doctors like opened up the right side of my hip and they put like some machine to take out the waters from my lungs, and I still got that mark right there though. And then I remember my mom told me when I was 3 years old, my mom was really sick, and I didn't even know what was happening. And this happened in Colombia, in my home country. And my mom was telling me how she was really sick, and how I almost lost her, and I didn't know what was happening. And ever since she told me about that, I was like, man, I gotta put this in a song. How am I gonna go about this? So I talked to one of my friends to produce me a beat like this, and he did last year. And I've been haven't been using it lately because I've been trying to find a job that pays well, and now I got to it, and then I finally came up with the song Madrecita.
Wow. So explain a little bit about what that song represents to you as an artist.
So as an artist, I wanted to do a song for my mom, and just because I believe with that experience of my life, I feel like it would touch like a lot of people's lives. I don't know how many people could know like the feeling, but like there could be like, wow, this is actually a strong topic, a strong story that this artist actually went through, how his mom almost lost him when he was born, and how he almost lost his mom at the age of 3. And so luckily they both got saved by God, so that's why. And I was like, you know what, I actually...
Crazy, yeah.
That's crazy, yeah. Does that only influence that one song, or does that, you know, like influence your whole like perspective on music? Because I feel like you want to make music, and you started making music because of that incident, and you wanted to, you know, like portray that in a song. Was that your first song that you put out about your mom, and how have you know, like you've been progressing in the music game since then?
Wait, say again?
So what I said was that, you know, like the only song in which you know, like you portrayed your mom, and that was for your mom, and art does that, you know, like reflect on your other music as well.
Yeah, so I actually did that song on that, because for me, I feel like with music, it's not only about writing about love and being tough guy and doing this and that, but it's also about like writing your experience, feelings, and so people, because that's what music's about. Like it's always about, but now music is actually.
I had a question. So like, when you go through a near-death experience at such a young age, do you like have a different perspective on life? Like, so let's just say, for example, you're about to die, and you know your mom tells you this every day, that you know you were a person that was going to die at a very young age and you weren't going to live, does that like give you kind of like a reality check on like, yo, this is like I'm important and I matter, and I was so lucky, and like, do you take life for granted at that point? Because I've never been through an experience like that, but I could only imagine how motivating that is. And like, you'll wake up every day with a new perspective on life, on how lucky you are, and you know that you've been saved pretty much. Do you walk around with that kind of feeling?
Well, to be honest with you, it's a blessing that I've been saved. Well, I've been saved from God of how my mom didn't lose me, and when I was like really close to dying, and how I didn't lose my mom when I was 3. Because that's why in like the third verse of my Madrecita, I said, he saw my future without you. Maybe I'll be out in the streets partying, drinking, smoking, like depressed, and I'll just be a different person. That's what I was trying to say. But if it was to happen, if I grew up without my mom, because my mom also did tell me that if she did like pass away that time, I would have grown up with my dad and my grandma. And for me, it's like, nah, I'm glad I didn't lose you, because I'd rather have my mom than my grandma, you know?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Yeah.
I feel like this is, you know, like a really smart move for artists as well. It may be, you know, like it may be close to you, it may be personal to you, but expressing those in lyrics can make other people, you know, like feel close to the artist more. People, you know, like people resonate with this kind of stuff. People relate with this kind of stuff, you know, like maybe people that maybe me myself, you know, like I've been through near-death experiences. I've been in, you know, like really bad car crashes in which the last thing I remember is just not wearing a seatbelt, and the next thing I remember is waking up in a hospital. But yeah, so you know, like songs like this, which you know, like the lyrics portray this kind of stuff, that you know, like maybe you know, like this life is just you know, like the bonus years I've been given by God. Maybe, yeah, and this is really marketable as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have a really good audience for this kind of stuff, because if you know, like look at top charts and all of that stuff, mostly the music that is, you know, like that is trending and all of that stuff isn't party music, isn't, you know, like the rap music that you just vibe to and all of that stuff. Most music that is charting is really sentimental and down to, you know, like really emotional.
It connects with a specific audience, and that audience has to be kind of big. So, you know, whether that be a depressing song, whether that be a happy song, like the song by Post Malone, Congratulations, you know, everyone was playing that whenever they had some kind of big achievement or big milestone in their life. You know, the same thing for the X song, Sad, you know, that had a very big demographic for it, because people just resonated with that song. You could be black, white, Chinese, 45, 35, 12, you know, you resonated with that song because sad is a feeling, you know. Going out and buying a Bugatti is not a feeling. I keep saying that because it's just so true, that, you know, you have to try to relate to a fan base and distinguish yourself as an artist to that specific fan base without having to be super niche down.
But having diversity in your music, I'd always give, you know, like the top 3 artists in my books these days are Drake, Post Malone, and The Weeknd. And I feel like their music is so diverse, because they make music for, you know, like those happy moments, congratulations, but the same person made the song Fall Apart, which is, you know, like really, really depressing if you listen to it deeply. I know Post Malone, you know, like he mumbles all of his stuff, but Fall Apart, that is one of my favorite like breakup songs.
I agree on that.
Yeah. Bro, you vibe to that song, bro. And yeah, just reading the lyrics off, you know, like a paper on Genius, and just being like, whoa, bro, I resonate with that stuff. I relate to that stuff. This music was written for me. And I feel like before marketing Colatino song, I heard his music beforehand as well, and that same vibe I got from his music as well. Like maybe this music was written for me. Maybe, you know, like most of his lyrics are what I've been through as well, and maybe you know, like other people resonated like that as well. But finding the right audience and then targeting them for songs like this is really important as well. But moving forward, man. We just came back from a trip from Maldives. I've told this before as well. Ish told this beforehand as well. But looking at, you know, like the perspective of world, COVID-19 has hit the world hard. It's 2021. Still all the restrictions, still all of that stuff. But in that, you know, like field, how was your, you know, like Colatino? How was you know, like making music in this pandemic for you, and what kind of challenges did that bring to
Did you have any problems with the coronavirus pandemic? And if you didn't have any problems, did you progress in music? Like, give us what you did during that 1 year span that probably elevated you, or you had problems with. I want to know.
I would admit it. During the pandemic, I've been trying to find a job where I'm happy, and like not only where I'm happy, but where I can like be financially stable. But last year, I couldn't find a job that I was like. I remember like I was working at a factory job, and I was like, man, I'm not happy with this factory job because I'll be working 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then some days, other days 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I was like, I don't really have time for my music, and I just have go work, come back home, go martial arts, eat, sleep early, and repeat. And so for me, it's like I don't want this for myself. I went through college, through college for this, and I don't deserve this. So that's why I tried to find another job. And then I was working at a retail store once, but I ended up quitting that job because a supervisor was, he really pushed my buttons on that and treated me like a minor, which I told him about it to stop. So I ended up quitting that job. And so I was like, so I tried to find a job where I'm financially stable, and on top of that, I could work on my music. And so finally, this year I'm happy because I came out with 2 singles, Madrecita and Beautiful Angel, my latest single. And talking about my life experience, I actually have a song that talks about the things I went through with, not like, even though people didn't believe in me, I still believe in myself and still worked on myself, on my music and on my dreams. And that song's called Successful Man Tendencies. I don't know if you guys heard that song, but it starts off where it just my experience.
When you said that, it hit different. When you said when people don't believe in you, I was just going through like a mental breakdown a couple hours ago, bro. Just about all the people my entire life that never believed in me, and like it just hits different, bro. When they start seeing you on Instagram popping off and start seeing your success and progression towards an artist and as a musical, producer. It's just so insane. First they make fun of you. Next thing you know, they're seeing you on the Instagram, they're seeing you on Spotify do numbers, and then the next thing you know they're the biggest fans. They're freaking the ones saving your songs into their playlist and saying, yo, bro, put me on, bro. I've been trying to rap for 2-3 months now, bro. Let me get a feature. It's just the cycle of every single artist, and it's just so insane to me why people still do that. They're like literally clout chasing, and they don't believe you at first. No one believes you.
Yeah, bro. All the people, like that didn't even know you. Bro, I get people hitting me up from my Maldives trip, bro. Like, I ain't even producing music. People hitting me up, bro. Like, where you been, bro? How you at? You remember the last time, like we ate outside, I pay you and stuff like that, and I'm like, bro, who are you? Who are you, bro? I don't even know you. Do people like hit you up like that as well, Colatino?
No, well, yeah, right now, yeah, they do. Like, as I was working towards my music and kept working on my singles and all that, I started having like people contacting me like saying, hey, let me be part of your single, or make me a beat and all that. But I'm real picky because when it comes to artists, they just I was like, okay, cool, I can make you a beat, but I'm going to charge you. And then they'd be like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I don't have the money. So for me, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you on that.
Yeah, bro, tax these guys, dude. Tax these guys, bro. They don't deserve no.
Bro, everyone thinks you own something, bro. Yeah. Everyone thinks you own something bro, like people coming up, bro, like make me a free beat. I did that, bro. Who the F are you, bro?
And here's the thing. I remember a friend of one of my friends' friend contacted me, and he said, hey, I heard you make beats. And so I gave him an offer of 2 beats for $50. And then I made the beats and all that, and he ended up, and he's like, oh, I only can pay 1 beat, $25. And it's like, okay, cool. But he ended up paying me $20, and I ended up talking to my friend about it to see if he could get me the other $5, which he did, and I got the $5. And then from there on, it's like, I'm not making beats for no artist like that, or nobody like that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, no.
That's just the name of the game, bro. These days and stuff like that, bro. Everyone hitting up for freebies, bro. Freebies, bro. That's the freebies, yeah. So yeah, bro. Moving on, bro. Like in this game, bro. Like what's your future plans?
Yeah.
I see you've been making music. How long have you been making music, and when was your first single out that people can hear these days on Spotify?
So here's my story. I started off at Washington Community College, and I was working towards my associate's degree on music production engineering. And I knew that a paper is just a paper, but taking classes like for music productions, I didn't even know how to make a song. But one semester I was taking, some music class, and that's where I met my producer because he was marketing himself, and he told the students like, hey, I give out private lessons if you guys are interested producing a beat or making a song. And so I took advantage of that. There a lot of students, I remember that time, not everybody took advantage of that. But for me, it's like, this is what I truly want. I want to produce music. I want to make music. I want to be an artist. And this is something I've been praying for too. And so for me, I took advantage of that. And that's where my song, Get Up, Levántese, came out back. It came out in 2017, September. But it took me like a year because I was just a beginner. And that's my first song. So I was just taking my time because I had never wrote lyrics before, and I didn't know what they meant, like being on time. But I got there, and I had like a lot of people, actually a few people that helped me, like my producer and a friend of mine, and that song came out hot. But I remember that during that time, I actually did bump into an instructor that told me music is not for me, and I asked, even though he tried to tell me that music's not for me, I kept believing myself, and I talked to my producer about it, and he encouraged me and motivated me. He's like, man, you got talent, you got voice, don't listen to him. So I kept going.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Bro, these instructors, these supervisors, bro, I hate these people, bro. People, people see a man chasing dream that they couldn't, man. I see a lot of teachers and all of that stuff jealous of their students,
Bro, I swear to God, dude. Screw you, Mr. Danu. Freaking this guy, bro. He was in my high school. He taught my statistics class, and because I told him I was gonna be a rapper, bro. He's like, dude, stop. Like in the whole class are laughing. I'll never forget this time. Like I was like, yo, dude, I'm gonna be a rapper, and he literally said, dude, stop. The whole class are bursting out laughing, and I was like, man, watch, you guys gonna be laughing now, but watch who's gonna be laughing later. And I'm just so glad that that conversation, just that those kind of conversations though. I'm gonna be very honest with you. You remember them.
Yeah.
And they stick with you and they burn into your skin. So that's part of who you are. You're the underdog. And I feel like the underdogs just have a certain type of flame under them. No one supported them, no one believed in them, no one invested into them, no one cared about them. But they still managed to make moves happen. And that artist is the artist that I'm always going to appreciate and always aspire to be, is the one that made it happen without actually ever having a backing.
Yeah, and people don't take music as serious as a career, because there are so many people that make music as a living, and I believe Colatino, you don't make music as a living as well. You do all the day jobs and all that stuff, and I feel like people people don't take that pot. People don't burn all the boats behind them and just jump into the sea of making music as a full-time thing, because a lot of people don't make money off music, but I feel like they should try to swerve into this lane, and people should encourage them to do this. And people take the safer options, be a doctor, be an engineer, work at a Walmart store and all of that stuff, because these things give money directly. Music is a long-term investment in my opinion. But so moving onwards, man. You didn't answer. You said you produced your first single. You put out the first single in 2017. It is 2021 now, and moving forward in the future, what do you see for yourself and your career in music, and how the music game is going? Do you want to adapt? Do you want to stay in your own lane? Do you want to carve another lane and all of that? So
well, my goal is, to be honest, is be different. I don't want to go where society's going. I want to go where my destiny is. I don't want to talk about do mumble rap or talk about drugs and violence, not to judge anybody on that, but I want to change the game. I want to bring back the times where music actually literally had feelings that man, I know where this artist is coming from. Oh, this guy's depressed, or oh, this guy's mad, or this artist is feeling like this. I could feel that. Right now it's just so many words that people just say, artists put words there and it doesn't make sense. And people just feel it and they just like the beat, but they don't even know what the artist is really.
Yeah, I see you putting music on, like Spotify, SoundCloud, and all of that stuff. What I really want to know, like as a marketer and for people that are maybe artists that want to become artists and put their music out on music platforms as well. Which music platform, in your opinion, you've had the best experience with? Putting your music out, it's easier and they give, like better returns and all of that stuff. And most people listen to your music on those platforms because I feel like Spotify and all of that stuff, people want to know that one platform that they should be focusing on.
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Hey, you were kind of breaking up on me. Can you repeat that again?
I got
Yeah,
you. I got
I'll-
you. Long story short, he asked you, what was your favorite platform to make music on as an artist, and which one is the easiest to promote?
So the platform I go with from the starters, and I'll keep going with is CD Baby, because there came a time where I was gonna do DistroKid, but then I did my research on them and they're no good, so I just rather go with CD Baby, because because they got all the tools that I need, but for me it's like I was just trying to find what I want to get the money for music marketing, because I used to market my songs on Facebook and Instagram, but then obviously like people like my picture, my video, but they wouldn't really listen to my music.
That's how
So
it
then
is,
I was like,
That's how it is.
I kept doing my research and I knew I had like faith in myself. It's like I know there's a company out there that does music marketing. I'm not giving up.
Yes, and that's
And at the same time, I was
Oh, the
careful.
Leballoo company, bro. You've come to the right
That's
point,
the
bro.
game,
And like-
Yes, sir. We've been killing the game, bro.
And I was careful because I was doing my research, because I was like, well, there are companies out there that just do, like, you pay a lot of money, but they're just put like all these fans about they're all bots. But then when I found you guys, which I'm glad you guys sent me that email, because I saw an email, it's like, you guys have an Instagram, and I checked you guys out, and it's like, oh, these guys are like really serious. And when after I paid you guys, like, are these guys like these fans, or like are they bots or real? But then after seeing the comments on my YouTube, I was like, oh, these people are real. They like my music. Okay, I like this company.
Yeah,
Bro,
dude,
these kind of reactions is what we do it for, bro.
Yeah.
Like we care about our artists, which most companies don't. Like I'll straight say it up. Like most companies are headed by like 60-year-old, 80-year-old dudes that live off their yacht in Maldives, and they don't care about artists that work with them and all that stuff. They just care about the money coming in. But we put that extra mile in to research our artists, to like get them on podcasts and all of that stuff. Like to share their story to the world. Because this podcast is going on YouTube or wherever you're seeing this, like this is it being written in history, and us going the extra mile, like it makes us feel better as well when an artist gives us like better reviews and all of that stuff. But most definitely, man, we're excited for your career moving forward as well. We see you making like new moves. Do you have like a new single lined up that you want to drop like soon, or what should be the fans looking out for?
So I'm actually working on a lot of projects right now. I'm actually gonna release an album, which is like 4 beats that I produced, and I'm working on a single with that a friend produced a beat, and he's gonna be the featuring in it. And also there's 2 singles that I'm working on by myself, and when is it gonna release? I don't know, but I'll let you guys know as soon as possible. But I'll usually take like a video of like a sneak peek on it on my Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, bro. So where can people find you? What's your Instagram at, and what's your what's your usual on the YouTube and the Spotify as well?
So my Instagram is Colatino _ El Motivador. And my
Yes,
was
sir.
Colatino _ El _ Motivador. And on my YouTube is Colatino the Motivator and Motivador. And I just put in both languages, so You don't have to type it.
Yes, sir, bro. All of that will be linked in the
Yeah,
description
everything
down
will be
below.
linked in the description, for
Down below
sure.
of the YouTube video. If you're seeing it on YouTube, if you're seeing this on Instagram, definitely hit the guy up, bro. We've been working with him for well over a month now, and we've been seeing, you know, like great moves by him. And hopefully in the future, you know, like this guy blows up, and you'll be like, you know, like I saw that guy on that one podcast, and I've started following him, and I've been following him since then, and all that stuff, bro. And it's exciting, man. Excited to see what moves you make in your career.
Yeah, let's get it, bro.
Yes,
We're
sir.
rooting for you at Leballoo, dude. We want to see you win.
Yes, sir, bro. Last thing,
Last
bro.
thing I want to say is I find it funny how like back then when I was in high school, I used to I would tell like my cousins and my like some people like I want to be an artist, I want to be a rapper, and they laughed at me, and a lot of people, nobody believed in me, and they were mocking me. But now it's crazy because now that I got like what 7 singles, now people are starting like see like, wow, this guy's going somewhere, he's gonna blow up, and they're waiting for the moment for me to blow up because everybody now says like, oh, don't forget about me when you blow up. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna blow up, but if I do, I don't know what I'm gonna.
Bro, you definitely gonna blow up,
man.
bro. Link them this podcast. Link them this podcast, bro. As soon as we get off, as soon as this is published, link them this podcast. You know, like I made it onto a press release, and maybe you know, like I'm gonna get verified on Instagram one day, and I'm a sell out shows and all that, sir, bro.
Yeah, bro. You got
Yes,
the
sir.
mindset comes before the actual actions.
The team's rooting for you, bro. The team's rooting for you. Just keep doing you, bro. Just keep killing the game, and I feel like that's, you know, like that was a really good ending note. For all the people that are interested in jumping on the podcast as well, hit us up on YouTube, comments, hit us up, you know, like mainly on Instagram. We're mostly active on Instagram. That is where, you know, like all of the good stuff goes through as well.
Let's get you involved, man. Let's see if there's any other artists that have amazing stories that want to get their music heard as well. or
Yes, sir.
stories as
Maybe
well.
in a couple of months we'll do a follow-up podcast with
Yeah, for sure. If you
Colatino
guys
as well.
want to see him back on the podcast, guys, let us know in the comment section below. And we might bring him back in a couple months, see what happens, you know.
Yes,
Who
sir.
knows?
How his career is going.
Anyways,
you know, like,
bro, thank you so much for joining, bro. I really appreciate you. We're going to end off the podcast here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's me, Maz, and our boy, and peace.